All right, welcome everybody to Agent Investor. Agent Investor is the only brand that helps real estate agents get off the real estate roller coaster. We do that in a number of ways, but the Agent Investor model that we suggest following, that we teach and preach on, is to sell houses for a living, sell houses to pay your bills, fix and flip by partnering with us on deals for big chunks of income, and then invest those big chunks of income into passive investments, whether it be syndications, whether it be rental units for long-term wealth. At Agent Investor, we have a saying that sales will make you a living, but investing will make you wealthy. It's really, really tough to become wealthy just by selling houses. Even if you sell 20, 30, 40 houses a year, you are probably not doing very much more than saving a couple of dollars. Real estate agents do not have a retirement account. They don't have any specific type of way to build wealth. However, they do have a major competitive advantage when it comes to investing in real estate. Real estate agents come across great deals by accident. And through our partnership program, anytime that you come across a great deal, our company will put up the money. We'll even do the construction, and then we'll split the profits with you 50-50. I've talked so much about our agent investor partnership deal that I don't want to focus too much time on it today, but I do just want to say that I've now officially opened up a once a week call to talk specifically to agents and non-agents about our partnership program. If you are interested in learning how to find deals, or if you're already finding deals, and you're interested in having our company put up the money, do the construction, and split the profits 50-50, I would urge you to jump on a call by going to www.agentinvestorinnercircle.com. Again, that's www.agentinvestorinnercircle.com. On the call, we're going to talk about the types of deals that we're looking for. We're going to talk about how the actual financials of the deal work. We're going to talk about everything related to the partnership program, and of course, answer any questions that you have. But enough about the partnership program for now. If you are interested in learning more, just schedule a time to talk to me at www.agentinvestorinnercircle.com. But what I want to talk about today is, how do you generate opportunities? How do you find deals on social media consistently? It is one area that I always talk to agents about, and I always feel like there is so much untapped potential when it comes to agents finding deals just by using social media. So there's a lot I want to cover today, and I'm going to jump right into it. The first thing to talk about is, what social media platform do you use? As a marketer, your objective is to be where everybody else is and to get their attention, okay? So what that means is that you want to look and you want to say, where are people on social media? What platform are the people that you might do business with on? And the biggest platform today, and we're talking May 15th, 2024, is Facebook, okay? In America, Facebook has the most number of users. That is the one I would focus on. Now, if that changes down the road, and it may change down the road, then I would use another platform. But for right now, you can consistently find deals on social media using Facebook. Facebook has a lot of other great things about it in terms of why I would recommend it as a platform. But the number one reason I would use it is it has the most number of users. Okay, so now that you know that you need to be using Facebook in order to do deals, get free deals. Second component I want to talk about today is not being a secret agent investor. I am sure that you've all heard the phrase before, don't be a secret agent. What that means is that if you're not telling people that you're an agent, and people don't know that you're an agent, that you're very unlikely to get business to come to you, right? It's hard enough when you're screaming from the rooftops, you're marketing, you're doing everything that you can to get business. But if you are not even telling people, if you are not doing everything within your power to let people know that you're an agent, it's unlikely you're going to get a lot of people coming to you. Now, that same logic applies when it comes to getting deals for agents, right? So I ask this question. I do calls with agents every single week. And almost every single time I ask this question, I get the answer that I really don't want to hear, which is, how many people in your sphere, in your SOI, know that you're looking for deals? And the first thing I usually get is a blank stare. And the second thing is kind of the aha moment when they realize, geez, I spend a good amount of time telling my friends and family that I'm an agent, but I don't spend much time at all telling them that I also buy houses. Okay. So that's the mental hurdle. Step number one is just realizing that if you're not telling people on social media that you're looking for deals, you are not going to get deals on social media. If you are an agent investor and you're thinking about partnering with us, you also buy houses, right? You're a real estate agent with Investor Solutions. I'm going to repeat that phrase there. You're a real estate agent with Investor Solutions. It doesn't mean that all you're looking to do is buy houses. In fact, most of the opportunities that you come across each and every year, most of them, 8 out of 10, are going to be retail traditional listing opportunities. 8 out of 10 people prefer to list their house, get their house show ready, host open houses, maybe do repairs, maybe have inspections to get a little bit more money. But 2 out of 10 people prefer to sell to an investor. So let people know that you are not only an agent, but you're an agent investor and that you provide investor solutions. What does that mean? That means that if you get an opportunity where somebody is selling their house, you also have the ability to have our team come out to that property, make a cash offer, and let the client choose what makes the most sense for them. We can help educate them on some of the benefits of selling to a cash buyer. And of course, you're going to do a great job of explaining to them the benefits of listing traditionally, and you can let them choose, right? But it all starts with the mindset that you're an agent investor and that you're going to be proactively telling people that you're looking for properties, which leads me to my second point related to social media, which is, what does your bio say? What does your cover photo say? What do you have in there that's telling people that you're looking for houses to buy? Do you have anything at all? Right? If you go to my social media profile, which by the way, I would recommend doing, go to Tommy, Tommy Caffarella. Check out my Facebook profile. Take a look at what I'm representing. Take a look at some of the content that I've posted and let me know and do a mental check to say, does Tommy Caffarella buy houses? And I think within a very short period of time, when you look at my bio, you look at my pictures, you look at what I'm posting, you're going to know that my company buys houses. Why? Because I know that if I'm not telling people that I want to buy houses, then I'm not going to get a bunch of houses referred to me. The same goes for you. Okay. So the second thing when it comes to social media that's very, very important, and again, it's something that I see a lot of agents not doing, is actually growing their profile. Again, we're specifically talking about Facebook. One really cool thing about Facebook is you don't need to sit on your hands and hope that somebody follows you on Facebook. You can literally click a button to add a friend to hope that somebody will accept your friend request. And my recommendation, Facebook does have limits on this, but my strong recommendation is that you friend request 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 people a day. There will be a limit somewhere above 20, 25. Facebook will stop you. But you can friend request 15 or 20 or 25 or 30 people a day. What I find when most people start this process is most people have not even friend requested all of their actual friends. I'm going to say that again. Might sound crazy, but it's true. Most people have not even spent the time to actually friend request people that they actually know, right? So you've got to max those out first. Second component is, well, who do you go to next? And there's a lot of different strategies as to choose who you might friend request next. So it really depends on what type of people you're looking to go after. So for me, as an example, my entire business is based on working with agents. So I friend request agents. I specifically go in. I'll give you guys, all my secrets, right? I literally go in and say, what areas do I want to buy houses? What agents are selling the most houses in those areas? And I'm going to friend request them. And yeah, well, maybe they don't know me, but maybe they do, or maybe they've heard of me, maybe they haven't. And some people that I send a friend request to don't accept me. In fact, probably most of them don't. And a lot of people, when they look at my Facebook profile, they'll say, wow, you have 5,000 friends. And I did a Facebook, post about this the other day. I said, while I think I'm a fairly likable person and people do like me in general, right? Some people don't, but most people I think do. People aren't friend requesting me. I mean, they do sometimes, right? I might get a couple of friend requests a day, but I'm doing most of my Facebook profile growing, and you need to do the same. So you've got to think about, like, who do you want to see your content? Who is your target audience, right? And then start those friend requests. If you want to buy houses in a very, very specific area, right? I'm just going to give you an example of what you might want to think about. Maybe you want to do business in a very specific area. Join a Facebook group. I live in the town of Melrose, Mass. There's a Melrose, Mass community page. If I wanted to only do business in Melrose, well, I'd start, friend requesting Melrose people, right? This goes not just for buying houses, but also for listing. Because really, what are we doing when we're looking for investment opportunities? We're looking for people that want to sell their house, knowing that maybe 20% of those people are going to sell to an investor, right? So you're really just, and this is the beauty of the agent investor model, all that you're doing is seeking out sellers. You're finding people who want to sell their property, and you're providing them with a cash offer, knowing that a lot of them are going to end up listing with you, and some of them are going to end up selling directly to you. And whether you partner with us or not, I hope that a lot of you do decide to partner with us. But even if you don't partner with us, you guys have, a really, really great opportunity to get these types of deals. So we've talked about so far the platform, Facebook, right? Second thing is, make sure your profile looks like you buy houses or that you can offer those types of services. Third thing is to make sure that you're friend requesting 15 or 20 or 25 people a day. There is no excuse in 2024 not to have 5,000 friends on Facebook or close to it. You're not going to get the 5,000 friends tomorrow, but you will get them over time, right? Once you get to 5,000, you've got a whole other problem, which is you've got to figure out who you want to remain friends with. And that's a whole nother discussion for another day. And there are softwares and tools that will actually look at your profile and say, who's interacting with you, who actually sees your content, and who should you stay friends with, and who should you let go of. I do hate the fact that Facebook only allows you to get to 5,000 people, but I get the point. But most of you aren't at that point yet. So get to 5,000 of the people that you want to see your content as quickly as possible. All right, next thing that needs to be done in order to find deals. Let people know on Facebook Messenger that you are looking for deals, right? It is very likely that if you are friends with me on Facebook, right, if I've sent you a friend request, that I have likely also sent you a Facebook message, right? The Facebook message that I typically send to most agents says, hey, my name is Tom Caffarella. I see that you're an agent. I've got a Facebook group where I provide free investing content to real estate agents. Would you be interested in joining? That's the message I send, right? That's how I grow my Facebook group. My Facebook group, as of right now, has, I think, about 17,000 members. I mean, I built that from zero, right? I built that on a day-to-day basis by sending those messages, right? So your message can say whatever you want, of course, but if you're trying to build awareness that you're looking for houses to buy, whether you say it's you that's looking for the properties to buy or a client of yours or a partner of yours, really doesn't matter. Whatever you feel comfortable with, you want to send 10 or 15 or 20 of those messages a day, right? All the stuff I'm talking about, by the way, it's actually going to take me longer to explain it than for you to actually do it, right? The stuff that I'm going to talk about is going to take you maybe 20 or 30 minutes a day. You do 20 or 30 minutes a day, every single day, 5 days a week, call it, for 52 weeks. You're going to find at least a couple deals in a year from doing this, and you're going to find a whole bunch of listings from doing this, right? Because keep in mind, one thing that's important about this is that a lot of you are actually missing listing opportunities because you don't buy houses. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you are missing listing opportunities because you're not buying houses, right? So if I send a letter or somebody sees my content and they say, hey, I'm a seller, I want to know what it would look like to sell cash. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to present my offer to buy. But if they decide that they want to list their house, we can also provide that service too. So because I have a home buying company, and because you now, through me, through the partnership program, have a home buying company, I suck up leads that really are more listing leads. I don't do it on purpose. I do it by accident because I'm out there trying to find sellers who want offers on their home. As we know in this business, a lot of times the first person in the door wins. So if I come in the door and I'm presenting my cash offer and they like me, they want to work with me, they might list with me, right? So again, all of this model, the importance of it is not just to fix and flip homes to get big chunks of income to then, invest in passive assets. Yes, that's the point. But while you're on this journey, while you're doing this stuff, you're going to get more listings. And listings right now, May 2024, they're more important than ever with all of the NAR litigation, the settlement, all of the stuff that we know. We don't know what's going to happen with buyer agency, right? I'm not saying I know what's going to happen. We don't know. All of us don't know. The industry doesn't know. So you want listings, right? So send those 10 or 15 or 20 messages to people that you're already friends with, letting them know that either you buy houses, your partner buys houses, or you have a client that buys houses, whatever you feel comfortable with, which is another point I want to make about social media. I am told by most people that they don't do the things that I'm talking about on social media for two reasons. The first is that they're uncomfortable doing it. And I don't know what else to say about this other than that you just have to get over it. I don't know that I can say a lot more. I will tell you that it becomes a habit. I post every single day. If you look at my account, sometimes I post multiple times a day. And I'm not that outgoing. I'm not a people person. I don't love sharing stuff. But to me, the result of the goal of becoming financially independent is greater than me feeling like, oh man, what if I put out a piece of content that people don't like, or maybe somebody's not going to like me. And again, I'm not doing a great job of probably encouraging people to do it, but I'm saying it because I know that in a lot of cases, people behind the scenes will tell me, well, I don't post because I'm afraid. Well, you have to fix that, right? All of the training, all the tools, everything is fine. But if you're not actually doing the work, all of this is not going to produce any results. And I would say in terms of the frequency, you've got to post every day. You do. And there's no reason why you can't. Because again, when we're talking about the whole system, right? Adding 10 or 15 or 20 people a day to your account, sending 10 or 15 or 20 messages, and doing one post a day, we're talking about 30 minutes or less worth of work to get big results, right? And I am certainly not a Grant Cardone. I don't have millions of followers or anything like that. I'm a very small person compared to those people in terms of reach. But when I look at my Facebook profile every single month, my profile reaches about 30,000 people. And that's enough for me to make a really good living and to become financially independent, right? So another component, like how do I know how many people my profile reaches? This is one thing that's a no-brainer that you pretty much want to do automatically, which is to switch your Facebook profile into what they call professional mode. It's a button. You can Google it, you can YouTube it, and it'll show you how to turn it into professional mode. But when you turn it into professional mode, you'll get a bunch of data about the posts that you do. You'll actually be able to see how many people saw your post, which gets into the part that I haven't talked about yet, which is like the posting every day. Again, there's no reason why you can't post every single day. You can, post, things that come into your head every day, but a more effective way to do it is to just kind of plan out the different types of posts that you're going to do and spend some time, sit down for hour, 2 hours, 3 hours and crank out, the next month, crank out the next few weeks. And so when you turn on professional mode, you're now going to see how many people are seeing your post, which is important because in many cases, a mistake that a lot of people make is they post what I would call irrelevant garbage. Now, I don't want to pick on any companies, but I will say that I see a lot of similar posts from companies that create content from agents that's just kind of regurgitated. And I know that that stuff doesn't actually have much reach. So it's not just about posting. It's important for people to see your posts. Now, Facebook as a company does not want people to be unhappy on their app. Facebook wants engagement. They want people commenting. They want people liking. They want people clicking. And when you put out something that nobody really wants to see, and you're just putting it out there because somebody told you, like me, you've got to post every single day, what you'll notice when you have professional mode on is that you might have 5,000 friends, but only 50 of them saw the post. That's how you kind of know that it's not what Facebook wants. And when it's something that Facebook doesn't want, something that the users of Facebook don't want, and it doesn't get reach, it defeats the purpose. So I mentioned a second ago that I know that I reach about 30,000 people a month. Now, through this posting and looking at how many people see your post, you're going to get immediate feedback to say, oh, wow, I didn't realize so many people were going to like this type of post. It's a little bit of trial and error in the beginning based on your personality, based on literally how many people Facebook is showing. But, you know, I kind of have a good idea now. If I do a post, okay, this one might reach 500 people. This one might reach 1,000. I think this one has a chance to, reach 3,000 people or 5,000 people. And I've had posts go viral and reach, 30, 40,000 people before, right? Sometimes you get a little bit lucky and whatever. But it's important to post every day. So in the beginning, you want to come up with content. Now, what type of content, do you want to post? Okay. So no doubt, whatever you post on social media has to be something that's reflective of your personality, not fake, represents who you are, and also something that you feel comfortable with. So you're not trying to create this fake personality, fake persona, because guess what? Everybody who's friends with you on your Facebook account already knows you, right? So you don't even need to do that. Like, you don't need to be funny if you're not funny, but if you're funny, be funny. You don't need to be, analytical if you're not analytical. But if you're analytical and you can come up with some good data that your friends who maybe you have in common with and are analytical would like to see, then do that. But come up with some things that people want to see, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is post about letting people know that you're an investor. Like, that's a whole category. And I could give you a whole bunch of different posts that you could do right now. The simple ones that are simple examples is like, hey, I know you guys know me as an agent, but I also buy houses. If you know anybody who's inherited a home or going through a tough time or wants an easy sale, like, think of me, right? So there's a lot of those type of posts, whether it's I buy houses, we buy houses, I've got a partner looking for houses, posting a picture of a house that you bought or a beat up house, or saying the types of problems that you solve or why somebody would sell directly to you versus maybe listing the traditional way. That's a whole category. Again, I could talk off the top of my head and give you 50 different posting ideas, but I think you get the point. Second thing that you want to do is post stuff that isn't even related to business, okay? Because guess what? Everybody who's friends with you is not friends with you because they want to see your business content. They also want to know about your personality. So again, I am not the poster child. I'm not the best at this. But my suggestion is you friend request me, you follow me by going to Tommy Caffarella, and then you follow a couple other people who you follow to see how they post. And maybe think about like whether or not you could see yourself doing a similar type of post. But getting back to the second category, first category is like I buy houses. Second category is personal. Now, if you go on my personal page, you're going to know about me. You're going to know what my wife looks like. You're going to know how old my kids are. You're going to know the sports my kids play. Right. And I do that. I don't just do that for business. I do that because I am a person and I use social media and I like posting about stuff like that. So you've got to post personal stuff. Like if you're a cook, post about that. If you're, an avid, reader, post about books, whatever it is, right? Again, that's about you. Okay. Second type of post. Third type of post is called a day in the life. Now, agents will understand this one, but you've got to tweak this a little bit to the investor side. A day in the life is like, what you do on a day-to-day basis. So taking photos of you with your for sale sign, or with a client that just closed a house, or adding open house, or you writing up an offer, right? A day in the life, like so that people are reminded of what you do every single day. Now, as an investor, what does that look like? It could be you walking through a property that's being renovated. It could be you analyzing a multifamily. It could be you posting about, hey, I'm reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is what I'm learning, right? So that's the third category. Again, come up with a bunch of things. Fourth category is educational, right? So as I'm saying this, like I'm kind of saying this like it has to almost be perfect. It doesn't have to be. These are just suggestions and ideas and stuff that kind of people want to see. But if you're an agent investor, educate people on investing. Educate people on based on what you're learning about, right? The easiest way to do it is if you're listening to a podcast or you're reading a book, take a snippet and post it, right? Oh, I just learned today. Or did you know that, cash flowing properties like in Massachusetts right now, you kind of have to buy 3 units or more to cash flow, whatever it is, something that's educational about investing. Okay. And the last is success stories. Now, success stories, again, I overlap this a little bit, but you do a fix and flip project, you post about it. You buy an investment deal, you post about it. Anything that you've done that's a win or your clients have done that's a win related to investing. Now, again, cheat code to all of this, follow me, friend request me, Tommy Caffarella on Facebook, and look at other people. Follow 5 or 10 people that you would consider to be somebody that you're trying to learn from and see what they do. Follow Tom Ferry, follow Grant Cardone. You guys know that the names and the players that you like, follow them and take a look at how they post. Don't directly copy what they post, but if you like their style and you like how they do things, take some components from that into the content that you post. Okay. So we've talked, so far about the platform, which is Facebook. We've talked about adding 15 or 20 or 25 people a day. We've talked about sending Facebook messages. We talked about posting the content, right? Another thing, right? Posting on, like commenting on other people's stuff. Okay. So Facebook isn't just about posting, but it's also about engaging with the people that you interact with. Some of us do this naturally, like, our friend has, a baby or whatever, you're going to comment and maybe you send them a personal message, right? Some of us don't do it. Some of us might be too shy to do it, or we may feel embarrassed to do it. You don't need to go over the top with this. Even a like or a love or whatever can go a long way. Yes, it's better to comment. Yes, it's better to send a Facebook message, but spend 5 or 10 minutes a day going through your Facebook feed, liking and commenting and, whatever, just getting people to see you, right, as a person, right? And again, that's what social media is for, right? That's really what it's for, connecting with people. Facebook likes that. But again, like, if you're thinking about, like, what's the objective here? Forget about the personal side. Let's throw that out the window. Let's just say, just strictly from a business perspective, what are we trying to do? We are trying to get people that know us to remember us when they are thinking about selling their house, right? 20% of those people are going to sell to an investor. That's how you're going to get the deals. When you're commenting, hey, congratulations, when somebody just got engaged, what does that do? What that does is they then look and they say, oh, Tom, geez, I was in 6th grade with him. I haven't thought about him in a long time. Then what do they do next? They check out your profile, right? Oh, Tom buys houses. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Then the next time they see you, you're posting about that you're looking for houses. Now, a month later, they know somebody who's selling their property. Okay. That's how the magic of this stuff all works. It doesn't work overnight. We're talking about using social media to get a couple of investment deals a year, but that's pretty powerful, right? Our average fix and flip profit that we do with agents is $80,000. You do 2 of those deals a year. You're splitting the profits with us 50-50. You're going to get $40,000 a deal. That's $80,000. Now, again, what's the whole premise of Agent Investor? Sell for a living, right? Sell to pay your bills. It's a great living. It's a great career. It's a fun career. Take that $80,000, now invest it in a syndication or use it for a down payment on a rental property. Do that every single year. Invest in one syndication a year, one rental property a year. And in 10 years, you're going to be wealthy. Guys, I wish I could make this more complicated. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't actually be what you need. What I'm telling you to do today is literally how you could get wealthy spending 30 minutes a day. Now, with all of that being said, most people still will not do any of this, right? And the one thing about me that's different about any other mentor type that you'll ever meet is I'm going to be completely honest. And I'm going to tell you guys what I believe you need to hear, not what you want to hear, right? What you need to hear is that anybody can do this. What you need to hear is that there is no excuse for spending 30 minutes a day on social media. You can't tell me that you don't have 30 minutes to spend on social media a day. You can't tell me. I won't buy it. I don't care what your story is, but you've got to do it. You've just got to do it, right? If you're liking what I'm saying and you're thinking that you're going to implement it, listen to this again, take notes, and then take action. A couple of tips that I'd give you. Number one, even though I know social media is important, I get swept up in my day-to-day too. I'm a human. I'm not a robot. So what I do every day in my Google Calendar is I set myself an email reminder that says post on Facebook. Nothing more, right? Post on Facebook. I get that notification every day. Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you there were days that I didn't have time to post, right? Yeah, it happens, right? But again, the proof is in the pudding. Look at my profile. Look at Tommy Caffarella. Scroll down it. How good am I doing what I'm telling you to do? Right? And you'll see that I am. Do I want to do it? No. Was I scared to post at first? Yes. Would I rather, just sit at my desk and have leads come to me without me doing the work? Yeah. Right? Who wouldn't? But again, the price of spending 20, 30, 40 minutes a day on social media to build wealth, if you're not willing to do that, you shouldn't even be listening to this show, right? You really shouldn't. Again, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You've got to be willing to put in 30 minutes a day, no excuses. Okay. Now I'm going to get off of my high horse right now, but I just wanted to say that because I've seen so many people get this advice and then not take action. My hope is that 3-4 months from now, when you're on a call with me or you're at a meeting and I say, what's your social media plan? That you tell me it's a great plan. And then I open my phone and I see that you're implementing this stuff. Because again, anybody can truly do it. But you've got to take action. So again, wish I could make this stuff more complicated, but it's not. We've given you guys in this session all the tools that you need, right? To build a social media account, be successful, get deals coming to you, get seller leads coming to you. And all you need to do is just take action on it. Again, I've mentioned a bunch of times about the partnership program. That is a big component about what we do, how I get deals, and how I help you guys make big chunks of income so that you can then reinvest into something that's going to provide you passive income. You need passive income. You don't want to sell real estate for the rest of your life. Or maybe you do, but you want to have $5 or $10 or $15 or $20,000 a month of passive income coming in so that you can fire those bad clients, Or if you're super busy, you can say, hey, guess what? I'm not going to work a night. I'm not going to work a weekend. Or I'm not going to take a listing in a town 2 hours away from me because I know it's not worth my time. That's the power of being financially free, is doing what you want, when you want. 30 minutes a day is a small price to pay. And again, lastly, for those of you who want to learn more about the partnership program, how does it work? How do you find deals? How do you tell me about deals? What types of stuff do we buy? Where do we buy? How do we split the profits? What type of contracts are used? All the questions that I get on a daily basis, once a week moving forward. Go to www.agentinvestorinnercircle.com and schedule a time to talk to me. On that meeting, I'm going to talk about the basics of the partnership program, go through a whole bunch of specific stuff that kind of are frequently asked questions that agents ask me, but then I'm going to turn it over to you and ask you what you need help with. So jump on one of those calls. They're free. There's no sales pitch involved. I make money when you guys send me deals. So my objective is to get as many deals sent to me as possible. So that weekly call, register at www.agentinvestorinnercircle.com. And again, guys, sales will make you a living, but investing will make you wealthy. Make sure that you're spending that 30 minutes a day. Make sure that you are forcing yourself to do something every day related to investing. And 5 and 10 years from now, it's going to pay off big. So thank you all for tuning in. And I hope to see you on one of those once a week calls. Thanks.